Friday, November 24th, 2023. Best baseball player of the year. 1921. Babe Ruth. His third consecutive year in a row that he's the best baseball player. Why? He won 7 out of 13 offensive categories that year. Nobody else had more. Where did he win? Home runs, 59. 1921. Runs batted in, 168. Runs scored, 177. Whew. Slugging, 846. Last 1920, he slugged 847. And 1921, 846. Back-to-back, 840 or more slugging. On base, 512. Back-to-back, 500 on base seasons. Walks, 145. And total bases, 457. Are you kidding me? I think that's a record. 457 total bases. So for the year 1921, it's probably his best year. Because, let's look at it. Plays 152 games, only missed 2 games that year. 154 game season. So the full season he's playing. He's 26 years old, in his prime. Gets 540 at-bats and scores 177 runs. The record is Billy Hamilton's 198. Can you imagine 177 times? 152 games, you score 177. That's more than a run a game, average. Gets 204 hits. 200 hits for a slugger? 59 homers, 44 doubles, 168 RBIs. Now that was his high in his career, 168. He bats .378. Struck out 80 times, okay. On base, 512, 846 slugging, and has a 457 total bases. His best year. Even better than the 60 home run season, because in that season he batted .356. This season he bats .378, but that's not as high in average. Is that his high average was .393 one year. But that year he only hit 40 homers. So in this year he hits 59 home runs and bats .378. 204 hits. It has to be his best year. 1921. 26 years old. 152 games. Babe Ruth. This is his third, or is it 3? Yeah. 1919, 1920, and 1921. 3 years in a row, best baseball player. Dominated. 6 out of 13 categories. He didn't win the batting average. That was Roger Hornsby. Harry Heilman had the most hits. Some of the other guys had more triples, and Tris Speaker had the most doubles. Singles, Jack Tobin. Stolen bases, Frankie Frisch. But 6 categories for Babe Ruth, and they're the most important categories, really. You got to think. The home runs and RBIs, runs scored, slugging, on base, and total bases. What a year! 1921 will go on. What will probably be ranked as the #1 offensive season of all time. 1921. Of all the baseball players who ever played, if you want to add it up, 1921 is the best season by an individual of all time. That's Babe Ruth. Show me another baseball player with another season, batting season, that had better stats across the board than Babe Ruth did in 1921. And we'll compare the stats and see if you're right. But I wrote a book. I know I'm right. I wrote a book. It was the top offensive seasons of all time. That was the title of the book. And I did the research, and I looked at every ball player I could think of, and research and analyze. And Babe Ruth's 1921 season had the highest score of anybody else. What do you think? Next video. 1922. Can the Babe do it again for the 4th time in a row? Stay tuned. I'm out.